Tonight I am in Westward Ho in North Devon, and this is a really cool seaside town. It's got a really massive beach. You can do some surfing here. Really not quite a hip place to hang out. And there are loads of bars and restaurants here, and one of the best restaurants in the whole of Westward Ho is this place, the Pier House. So this is right down the end of the run, right at the end of the beach here. It's got fantastic views over the water. Now obviously it's dark at the moment, so we won't be able to see those views at night, but it is a very cool place to come and hang out. So let's go inside and check out what the food is like in the Pier House. Okay, so here I am inside the Pier House, and I've got the menu, very posh menu, very nice. Well, it's posh on the outside, inside slightly laminated. And they've got quite a nice menu here. It's a lot of seafood, so the starters, we've got quite a lot of different options. There's a number of burgers, main courses, from the sea, whole section on seafood, as you would expect, because there is the sea. I'm not sure you can see it because it's dark out here, but I can at least see the waves lapping up against the shore. It's basically right on the end of the pier here, which is why this is called the Pier House. So I've decided tonight to go for a main and a dessert. As you know, I've got a bit of a sweet tooth, so I do like a good dessert. So on the mains, I've decided that I'm going to have, very interesting choice, burrito bowl, which is a vegan option. So it's a burrito, but no meat. So it's tortilla wraps, chipotle black beans, rice, tomato salsa, charred sweet corn, avocado and lime. And the cameraman, even though I'm not holding the camera at the moment because it's on tripod, but the cameraman is having the butter chicken curry, which comes with pilau rice, naan, poppadom, lime chutney, mint yogurt, carrot and cucumber salad, and nigella seeds. Sounds pretty good. Mine is £17.50. The curry is £17. Now, one of the reasons why I'm here in Westward Ho, as well as it being a cool place to come to and just have some nice dinner, is because I have a house here. I've owned a house here for 15 years, so I've been to Westward Ho a lot of times. This is a great beach, surfing in the summer. Well, you can surf in the winter as well, but it's a little bit cold. You would need a dry suit, I think, to get out there and surf. Well, you wouldn't do it at the moment because it's pitch black. But if you're here during the day, you'd probably want something to make sure you didn't die of hypothermia. But it's a cool place to hang out. Now, when I first bought this place around 15 years ago, I decided that I was going to demolish it and replace it with a fantastic new upside down house. And I have planning permission to do that. But I've decided to retire from the world of property developing because YouTube is much more fun. Now, rather than selling that place with its planning permission, I've decided that I'm going to give it away. So you could win this house and basically come here, mortgage-free, rent-free for the rest of your life and enjoy the sea, enjoy this sort of food. So if you're interested in winning my beach house, then have a look in the link below where you'll find tickets. They're only £5 each. But if you don't want that, if you don't want the hassle of having my house, there is an alternative that you could have £250,000 in cash, £250,000. So if that sounds like your sort of thing, have a look in the link below, get yourself a ticket, but don't hang around because it won't be around forever. Okay, the food has now arrived and my burrito bowl looks really quite interesting. So we've got some folded tortillas here, we've got some charred sweet corn, salsa, avocado, got lime, sweet corn salsa, some tomato salsa and some rice. So just pour this lime over everything to give it a nice zing. And then the plan here is to make basically a vegetarian burrito. So take my dip. Now let's put the wet stuff at the bottom. So I'll put a bit of this salsa on. Oh, this is actually the black bean. That's nice. It smells really Mexican. Very interesting. Bit more of that. Oh, it's really tasty actually, the smell. A little bit of the tomato salsa on top of that. So, as you know, I'm not a vegetarian, but I do like to partake in certain vegetarian things from time to time. I have one of these big sweet corns, so I guess that's instead of having any meat in here, and a little bit of avocado. Now, if you're not a fan of avocado or you don't eat avocado, It is actually a superfood, so basically it's very good for your health and digestion, and is actually recommended by doctors. So you should try it, and it's great in something else like this rather than just having it on its own. You mix it in with some other stuff. So let's have a little bit of taste of this. The sweet corn is sort of cut down the middle, so it's actually got a little bit of bite to it. It's quite chewy, really nice. It acts in the same way as a meat would through the middle of this. Gives the basically some substance, some sort of chew. But the flavours here, the combination of the different flavours, absolutely brilliant. We've got a sort of the strong bean flavour coming through, which gives it that sort of hearty, warm flavour. The salsa lifts it. Sweet corn gives it a nice popping. The bits of sweet corn give it a nice popping. The avocado gives it a sort of creamy texture. Really tasty. That's really good. It basically tastes like the meat version, but a lot lighter. So sometimes I find if I'm having tortillas with beef or chicken, after one or two you start feeling it's a bit heavy. It's just so much lighter. Now, let me put that to one side for a moment because the cameraman has ordered a curry. So I'm going to have a quick look at this curry. So this is basically butter chicken. So you can see really big pieces of chicken here, lots of chicken. Really nice finish here. So it's a lovely sauce, lots of sauce and plenty of it. It's really quite a big portion. It's been sprinkled with some seeds on the top. And then we've got really finely sliced cucumber and carrot, some pilau rice, but it looks really good. And then in addition to that, also got poppadom, a bit of naan bread, mango chutney, and a little bit of yogurt. So let me just have, I won't have too much of this, it's not mine, it's the cameraman's. So get a good bit of sauce, nice bit of pilau rice. Let's give that a try. Well, that's really tasty, quite sweet. So if you've ever had butter chicken, you'll know that it is relatively sweet. Not too spicy, so there's a hint of spice in there, a little bit aftertaste, but certainly not a lot. But let me just have a little bit more because it is very tasty. Pilau rice, really well cooked. You can see it's not stuck together, it's really nice and individual, got a good flavour to it, it's got a good colour to it as well. Quality of the chicken's excellent, really good, nicely cooked, succulent, tasty. It's soaked in some of this flavour, so it's not just dry, it's got a really nice sort of part of the dish flavour to it. All in, that is an excellent butter chicken. So I better give it back to the cameraman because they get a bit upset about this. So hand this back and I'll crack on with my food and I'll see you for the dessert. The dessert has now arrived, and I always think you can tell the quality of a restaurant by how well presented their desserts are. I have to say, this is fantastically well presented. So this is the chocolate torte, and this chocolate torte has been made with a mixture of chocolate, cream, coconut cream and dates. So that's what's in the actual torte itself. It's got these fantastic little sugar snaps on the top. They look really good. It comes with a mango sorbet on the side here, and then we've got a lovely swoosh of chocolate with some fruits in here and some edible flowers. So it does look amazing. And as you know, I have got a bit of a sweet tooth, so I do like some chocolate at the end of my meal. So let's have a bit of this torte. So I'll have a little bit of the chocolate swoosh to start with. Now that is really nice because it's got an intense chocolate flavour, but also because of the coconut cream, it's actually got some flaked coconut in it as well, which gives it a bit of texture. So it's not just smooth chocolate. It's got a little bit of chew in there, a little bit of coconut. That's really tasty. Let's have a little bit of the mango sorbet with some of this. Have a big piece, a bit of mango sorbet. That looks very interesting. That was a great combination. That is really powerful flavoured mango, really intense. Complements the chocolate really well. The chocolate, quite rich flavour. That sort of fruity, zesty wow in your mouth. Right, let me have a little bit of one of these sugar snaps. Alright. Caramelly. Well, that's really nice as well. So let's have a three-way. It's time for a threesome of the sugar snap and the chocolate and the mango. Let's get a bit of that going. And that looks good. That is amazing. Really nice. Really caramelly, crispy, crunchy, powerful mango flavour. And then the lovely rich chocolate. Let's have a little bit. Let's have one of these edible flowers. I don't usually eat flowers as a rule, but we've got a bit of mango sauce and a bit of chocolate sauce here with it's like chopped mandarin. The flower's quite interesting. It's got a bit of texture to it. Okay, that is amazing. But I don't have just one dessert. I've got two desserts here. So let's have a go at this one. Now this, as a contrast, is a lemon cheesecake. So we've got the lemon cheesecake. It's got a nice base at the bottom of it. It's got a swirl of jus around it, which is, I believe, a berry jus. Got some fresh raspberries, and then some clotted cream and a chopped up strawberry on the top. So it's quite soft, as you can see. So a little bit of everything here. Get a bit of the sauce as well, and one of these edible flowers, more edible flowers. I do like a good cheesecake, and that's my favourite type of cheesecake. I'm not keen on the baked cheesecakes where it sort of goes a bit hard, a bit rubbery. This is the soft sort of cream version of cheesecake. It's got a lovely lemon zingy aftertaste. The base here gives it a little bit of texture as well, so it's a really good combination to have that berry on there as well, to get the raspberry on there. That's really good. Looks good. Tastes excellent. Really light. Good contrast to the chocolate one I just had. So I'm going to crack on. I'll let the cameraman have a little bit of this, but I'm going to crack on, eat these desserts, and I'll see you at the end for the wrap-up. Okay, so here I am at the end of my meal at Pier House. Now, I actually had a couple of interesting things to say about Westward Ho, so I'll do that before we get on to the wrap-up and the bill. So Westward Ho, interestingly, is the only place in the whole of the UK that has an exclamation mark at the end of its name, so you won't find anywhere else. In fact, there are only two others in the whole of the world. One of them's in Canada, one of them is in France. Can't remember the name of the one in Canada. You can send me a message if you know it. It's something la la at the end with exclamation marks. The one in France is very easy. It's E, which is just basically the letter Y. So they're the only ones that I know about, but if there's others that you know about, please let me know. Now, Westward Ho, interestingly, was a book that was written by Charles Kingsley back in 1855. So it was a very popular book in the Victorian era, and developers decided to build a seaside town here, and they stole that name from the book. So the name Westward Ho didn't come from here and go to the book, it went the other way around. This was named after a book by people who were developing this as a seaside resort. And the other interesting thing about Westward Ho is that Rudyard Kipling apparently went to school here for a short space of time. So there you go, there's all my facts on Westward Ho. Oh, and the beach here is 2 miles wide, which is one of the biggest beaches in the whole of the UK, and it's great for surfing. Now, back to the food. So I came to the Pier Head, which is basically Pier House, sorry, which is one of the premium restaurants in Westward Ho, probably the premium one, and decided to just go for main course and dessert because I didn't really fancy the starters. So for the main course, I had the vegetarian burrito bowl, which a bit of an unusual choice, but actually was really tasty, really fresh, really light, really just a really good combination of all of the different things in there, and left me with plenty of room for my dessert, which I always love. The cameraman had the butter chicken, which really well cooked, chicken really succulent, flavoursome sauce, pilau rice was good, came with a naan and a pita bread and some lime pickle and also some yogurt. So lime pickle caught the cameraman out, it was a bit spicy, built it with mango chutney, ho ho, and so that was really tasty. And then for dessert, there were two amazing offerings. I had the chocolate torte, which came with the mango sorbet, lovely little caramel sugar snaps on there, nice swoosh of chocolate and mango and some other edible flowers, and the lemon cheesecake. So I have to say, all round food was really, really good. Now, what was the bill? So the two main courses were £17.50 and £17 each, and the two desserts were £9 each, so that gave us a total of £52.50. I gave a 15% service charge, so the total bill was £60.37. So it's around about £30 each, which I think is pretty good for dinner, particularly dinner of this sort of quality. So very happy with that price, happy with the quality of the food, happy with the quantity of the food, plenty of it, particularly the desserts were massive. So overall, I have to say it's a really nice place to come and eat, really cool environment. It's got a sort of nice mixture of slightly upmarket but slightly seaside, got a lot of sort of nods to the sea in here. Wasn't that busy the night we came, but they've got good music on, it's sort of nice atmosphere, staff's quite lively, it's a sort of bright place. Got amazing views of the sea here. You can't see it at the moment, but I can see the waves lapping up against the waterfront, which is just literally a stone's throw from here. I can probably jump in there if this window's open. So it's a great place to come, lovely during the day. Sometimes you get to see dolphins in this cove as well, which I think is amazing. You know, it's a really nice thing to have a look out the window while you're having your lunch, be able to see that sort of thing. And even in the summer, obviously, it stays light till much later, so you can have dinner overlooking the water. So overall, I think this is a great place to come. So what's my overall score for Pier House in Westward Ho? Well, I'm going to give it a very solid 8 out of 10. And as you know, if it's over 7.5, that means I would come back, and I would definitely come back here. In fact, I will come back here because I've got a house around the corner, so I've had one here for a long time. So I've been here many times before. I knew it was going to be good before I came tonight. I was hoping it was going to be as good as previously. It was. So, and if you're interested in coming here yourself, then I'm actually offering my house as a prize. So if you'd like to win it, have a look below, because you'll see there's competition. You can enter for £5. If you don't want to come here, if you don't want the house, then that's fine, because there's an alternative option of £250,000 in cash or £250,000 in other money. So that's got to be worthwhile. You don't have to come to Westward Ho, you can go and spend it wherever you like. But again, you have to have a look in the link below and buy a ticket. So thank you very much for watching this video all the way through to the end. Please give me a thumbs up if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you again on the next video.